Hello Nidorinas and Nidorinos, and welcome to Veilstone City, where today the Veilstone Combat are hosting one of their actual rivals, the Saffron Psychics. Now Psychics are going to start out with Claydol and Slowbro, whereas the Combat are going to start out with Myanshao and Kommo, the same two they actually started out with last week. Now, let us know who you think is going to win today, the Veilstone Combat or the Saffron Psychics. And you got to think that speed advantage will go to Myanshao, one of the quickest Pokemon. It is actually the quickest Pokemon on the Veilstone Combat, and it's going to go with the Spirit Shackle, so it's going to start off with a super effective move onto Slowbro here. Now Slowbro is in its Galarian form. Now that move takes it straight down into the yellow. And as I said, Slowbro is in its Galarian form, so it is a poison psychic type, not a water psychic type. And we're going to get a Vice Grip now coming from Kommo. Also targeting Slowbro. They're looking to finish it off early here, but Slowbro is hanging in. It is in the red though. Claydol is going to go with a Snipe Shot now. Signature move of the water starter type, Inteleon. That targets Myanshao. Slowbro now with its opportunity to avenge itself. It's going to go with a Smog, but Kommo avoids that attack. Now, as always, this is a 6-on-6 Metronome battle, and if we hit that 20-minute time limit, we will go into single battle overtime, because we want to win it here today, unless we get a draw, and we have never had a draw in the Elite Challenge League. Now, Slowbro will avoid that attack from Myanshao, which I have to think would have eliminated it, but we get a Zap Cannon from Kommo, and it targets Claydol, who is immune to it because it is part ground type. Acrobatics now coming from Claydol onto Myanshao. That'll be super effective, and Myanshao's hanging in there. It is taken down into the red though. Slowbro could finish it off, but it goes with a Super Fang, so it's only going to half the health of whoever it targets, and it went for Myanshao there. So Myanshao's still hanging in. Now both these sides have actually had very poor seasons, and we already know the Saffron Psychics cannot make the trials after round 18, as we get a disarming voice from Myanshao. The Psychics are going to want to look to spoil it for the Veilstone Combat as well. Kommo now. It's going to go with the Octazooka. And it will target Claydol with that move. A very good hit. Takes Claydol down into the yellow with that super effective move. Claydol's going to go with a Shore Up though. So Claydol's going to restore its health already back into the green. A very good health restoration, almost getting it back to 100%. Slowbro now. They could finish off Myanshao here. Goes with a Hex. But it's going to target Kommo instead. Decent hit on the Kommo, but you have to wonder if it would have been better to finish off Myanshao whilst they had the opportunity. Myanshao and Slowbro are both just hanging in. No. Now Myanshao goes with the Powder Snow. This is going to hit both Slowbro and Claydol, and it'll finish Slowbro off. It's super effective on Claydol as well, but Slowbro has been eliminated. Kommo can now solely target Claydol, and it's going to go with a Freeze Dry, another Ice-type move. And Claydol's taken back down into the yellow with that super effective move. Claydol now goes with the Eerie Impulse, and it will target Myanshao with that move, but it's only going to lower the stats, so it's not an offensive move, but the special attack of Myanshao has been lowered. Now we have Gallade coming out for the Saffron Psychics, and the Gallade almost was drafted to the Veilstone Combat, as it is a fighting Psychic type Pokemon. Myanshao is still the quickest on the field though. And it's going to go with the Safeguard, so this will prevent any status conditions being added to Myanshao or Kommo. Kommo now. It's going to go with the Bulldoze. This is going to hit everyone on the field but Claydol, because Claydol has that Levitate ability, which means Kommo is going to take out Myanshao, its own teammate. This is terrible for the Veilstone Combat. Very good for the Saffron Psychics. Glade's speed will be lowered with that move too. Claydol now is going to go with the Aeroblast. You know it's going to focus this move in on Kommo. And a very good hit, super effective move onto the Pseudo Legendary. Claydol with the opportunity to follow it up, but it's going to set up a Misty Terrain. And this actually weakened Dragon type move, so it's not good for Kommo. We won't be seeing anyone get any confusion statuses anytime soon. Now we have Surfetch coming out for the Veilstone Combat. Now its speed advantage should still be on the side of the Veilstone Combat, as we have Kommo going first, and it goes with the Synthesis. So Kommo is going to restore its own health here. Similar to what we saw Claydol do previously. Komaru goes back into the green. Now Claydol is quicker than Surfetch, so it's going to go with a circle throw. And it's going to send Komaru back to the bench. Don't be confused, Komaru is still in this matchup. As we have Persimmon now come out for the Veilstone combat. Surfetch going for its first move of the matchup. It's going to go with a Brave Bird. Fittingly enough, Surfetch is not actually a flying type. Targets Claydol there, and Claydol has been eliminated by Surfetch with that move. Very impressive hit by Surfetch as it gets some recoil damage from that attack. Gallade now goes with the Iron Head. And it's going to target Persimmon with that attack. Decent hit there, performed by Gallade. So we're going to have the fourth Pokemon for the Saffron Psychics come out now. And it's Alakazam. Now Alakazam, I have to think, will be the quickest Pokemon on the field. It is faster than all Pokemon on the Veilstone combat side. And it's going to go with an Outrage. And we'll see this move hit over the next number of turns, but targets Surfetch with that first hit. Going to get a false swipe. The move right now with all Shiny Hunters being performed by Persimmon there, targeting Gallade. Now Surfetch with its opportunity is going to go with the Ice Shard. Welcoming Alakazam to the battlefield here. Very decent hit there by Surfetch. Now Gallade goes with the Prismatic Laser. This will be super effective. It is a Psychic type move. It'll get that stab boost as well. Targets Persimmon and it gets the elimination. Persimmon has been taken out of this matchup. So we'll have Komaru coming back onto the field shortly. But that has leveled things up. There are now 4 Pokemon remaining for both sides. But as I mentioned earlier, these two teams have a rivalry dating all the way back to Saffron City when there used to be a fighting type gym there, but the Saffron City gym took over by the Psychic types, renowned for their gym leader, Sabrina. We get a Sword Stance being performed by Komaru, who actually took that Outrage from Alakazam quite well. Komaru's attack will rise thanks to that Sword Stance. Get a Sand attack now coming from Surfetch. It's going to lower the accuracy of Gallade. And Gallade has to recharge, of course, from that Prismatic Laser. But as I said, Saffron Psychics cannot make the finals, and I know they would love to make it harder for the Veilstone combat to make it. As we got that last Outrage from Alakazam onto Komaru. Komaru gets taken down into the red, but still hanging in. That Confuse Ray from Komaru is going to fail on Alakazam thanks to that misty terrain, and that's why Alakazam isn't left confused after the Outrage. Now that Water typing's been added to Gallade thanks to a Soak from Surfetch. Surfetch is going to respond with an Ancient Power. It's going to target Komaru with this. And Komaru is still holding on after that not very effective attack. Now the Mist has left the battlefield and Veilstone combat are no longer protected by the Safeguard. It's a very tall ask for the Saffron Psychics. They've only won 2 games this season and they are on a 5-game losing streak. And you know the Veilstone combat would love to make that continue as Alakazam goes with a Glare. It's going to leave Komaru paralyzed. That paralysis is going to slow down Komaru as we get a Steel Roller from Surfetch that does fail. And Gallade now goes with the Bug Buzz. But Surfetch avoids that attack and Komaru is paralyzed, so Komaru doesn't get a move in this turn either. Now Veilstone combat are still in with a chance to make the trials. They do need this win here today though, otherwise it will be very hard for them. They do have a 5-8 record so far this season. As that Spore from Alakazam will put Surfetch to sleep. This will give Gallade an opportunity. It goes with a Mega Kick. Komaru avoids that attack. Komaru is still hanging in there. Komaru shakes off the paralysis and goes with a Curse. Komaru is going to lower its own speed here, which is already pretty low thanks to paralysis, but it's going to boost its attack and defense stats. That could be a very good play by Komaru. Doesn't lose much when it comes to the speed. Alakazam now with its opportunity. It's going to go with the Shockwave. Looks like it's going to target Surfetch here. Take it down into the yellow, and Surfetch has woken up after that Shockwave. And it's going to go with the Cosmic Power. See those beautiful colourful stars come up around Surfetched as it lifts up its defense stats, both its defense and special defense. Now Gallade, they need to take down Komaru. They've had this opportunity for a number of turns. Gallade goes with a lash out. And it's going for Surfetched instead. Now it's not very effective. You have to wonder if it would have been enough to take down Komaru though. Komaru goes with the aromatherapy. Now Komaru is cured of its paralysis thanks to that aromatherapy, a fantastic choice to move by Komaru. Alakazam needs to take it down now. This is the time when it counts. It goes with a Scold. And it looks like it's going to go for Komaru, and this will get the job done and take down the Pseudo Legendary with that not very effective move. So Saffron Psychics have taken the lead as well with that attack. Surfetched goes with a head charge. Looks like it's going for Alakazam. And Alakazam is eliminated, so instantly we're back to being all level here on the battlefield. As Surfetched takes itself down into the red without recoil damage. Gallade could get the lead for the Saffron Psychics. Goes with a Feather Dance instead. So that'll lower the attack stat of Surfetched, who has an impressive attack of 135. So we have Espeon coming out for the Saffron Psychics. And Blaziken coming out for the Veilstone Combat. Both Pokemon were drafted second for their respective teams. Espeon now goes with an arm thrust. He's going to target Surfetched here. Hits once. Hits twice. That multi-hit move only gets 2 and Surfetched is still holding on. Blaziken now goes with the Spite. Targeting Espeon. He's going to lower the amount of times Espeon can use Metronome by 4 here. And Surfetched still holding on. Goes with the Shadow Bone. This will be super effective. Goes for Espeon, a very good hit. Takes Espeon down into the yellow. Saffron Psychics need to get Surfetched off this field as we get a Play Rough coming from Gallade. This will get the job done. And Surfetched is eliminated with that super effective move. So again, the Saffron Psychics have taken the lead and Blaziken has that speed boost hidden ability. This will make it the quickest Pokemon on the field. As the last Pokemon for the Veilstone Combat comes out, and it's Machamp. Again, the Saffron Psychics have the numbers advantage as a 3v2 battle at the moment. Blaziken goes to the Reflect type, so it's going to give up its Fighting Fire typing and become a Psychic type, copying it from Espeon. Espeon's going to go with a Hyper Beam. And Blaziken holds on, it gets taken down into the red. Espeon will be recharging in the next turn, but what a hit there. As Machamp sets up a Future Sight. It looks like it's targeting Gardevoir, not Gardevoir, apologies, Gallade. So that Future Sight we'll see take effect in the next few turns. Gallade goes to the Home Claws. So it's going to boost its attack and accuracy here. It's Blaziken again with that speed boost, but it's already quick enough to go first in this matchup. Again, the Veilstone Combat are at a disadvantage at the moment, but they need this victory. They want to make the first ever trials of the Elite Challenge League. We're going to get a Core Enforcer by Blaziken. This is going to hit both Gallade and Espeon. And a very good hit takes Espeon down into the red and Gallade down into the yellow. As Espeon has to recharge. Machamp could finish it off here. And it's going to go with a Leafage. Instead it goes for Gallade, and it'll finish Gallade off, so Gallade has been taken down with that super effective move. That's right, because Gallade was soaked earlier, it was now a Water typing, making that Leafage super effective. Which means the last Pokemon for the Saffron Psychics will be coming out. And it's the Tap Dancing Mr. Rhyme. Blaziken now has the opportunity to take down Espeon. It is the quickest. It's going to set up for a Solar Blade though, so it's going to take this turn to charge up. Which means the Saffron Psychics are going to want to take down Blaziken before it gets off that Solar Blade. Amnesia being performed by Espeon instead though, so it's going to raise its defenses here. Mr. Rhyme now going for its first move of the matchup. Gonna set up for its own Solar Blade as well, similar to Blaziken. We will see this take effect in the next turn. And Machamp is the slowest on the field, but it does have that 130 attack stat, and it's gonna go with a lunge. Going straight for Mr. Rhyme, a huge hit taking Mr. Rhyme down into the red with that super effective move. And it also lowers Mr. Rhyme's attack, who takes the Future Sight attack, and Mr. Rhyme has been eliminated. Unbelievable, that Future Sight and lunge combination performed by Machamp has gotten the elimination and put the Veilstone Combat back in the lead. And we know that Blaziken is setting up for its Solar Blade, and it's going to target Espeon. Here it goes with the Solar Blade. Espeon has been eliminated, and a fantastic performance by Blaziken and Machamp, especially in the last moments of this matchup, have gotten the win for the Veilstone Combat, so they are still in with a chance to make the trials at the end of the season. A fantastic comeback there by the Combat over their rivals. The Saffron Psychics will be devastated that they could not impact negatively on the Veilstone Combat in this season. But next week, the Saffron Psychics will be hosting Trevita Cascade, a side who have done very well to climb up into the top 8. Saffron Psychics will have a big ask, considering this is their 6th loss in a row. They've now lost 12 games this season. Whereas the Veilstone Combat, still in with a chance next week, will be taking on the Viridian Fissure, so they're going to have a typing advantage. But that will be a big ask for the Veilstone Combat, as the Viridian Fissure, although have not been a very good side this season, have had some shocking wins. So we'll see if the Viridian Fissure can get a win over the Veilstone Combat next week in Veilstone City. But again, very well performed by Blaziken and Machamp at the end of the battle. That Future Sight lunge combination by Machamp was very impressive over Mr. Rhyme. It was very cool to see. It was almost after they took down Gallade, the Veilstone Combat just never looked back. But Nidorinos, thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below who you thought was the best on field today. I also think that Surfetch had a very good performance. But if you enjoyed what you saw, leave a like, share, subscribe, but more importantly, always remember, you are awesome, and I will speak to you next time.